Alright, what's going on everyone out there on YouTube, NES Ruler, and welcome to a brand new video. Figured today we come and look at the newly separated IFC Midnight collection. As of January 4th, which is today, this should be a complete IFC Midnight collection. There's some IFC titles mixed in here that are released before the IFC Midnight label was in fruition, but this is not every one of those regular IFC titles. I'm starting to look for those now that I have the Midnight label complete. You guys know I've been collecting for this. I've been collecting every IFC Midnight for years now, and it's finally cool to have a complete collection as of, like I said, January 4th. So let's just go into them. I'm not really going to talk about them too much, but I figured we just show you guys what every IFC movie is that is out right now. 237, which is like a coming-of-age Australian film. 24 Exposures. 444, Last Day on Earth. We have 7 Days, awesome French film. That movie is truly fucked up. Abandoned. About Cherry. Some of these aren't really horror films, but they have sexual themes, so IFC put them as IFC Midnights. I don't really agree with that, but it is what it is. Alarm. This is an early IFC Midnight title. That copy's sun-faded. I gotta try and find a better copy of that. Alien Outpost. That movie isn't very good. Almost Human. It's a pretty good zombie film. Lonely Place to Die. Interesting, like, hitchhiker, lost type of a survival movie. Angels of Sex. Once again, a movie that revolves around sexual themes more than horror. Antiviral. One of the first films we did on the 22 Shots of Moods and Horror podcast. Brandon Cronenberg. I actually enjoy that movie. Area 457. Not Area 457. It's another. Area 407. Pretty shitty monster found footage film. I think I have the UK version here. Anything right here. It's called Tape 407. But yeah, that's a really crappy post-apocalyptic. Not post-apocalyptic. Yeah, I guess it's a weird creature feature found footage movie. I wouldn't really recommend it. Argento's Dracula. Everybody's talked about that movie. Asmodexia. This is a interesting possession film. It does some things different than your typical possession film. I enjoyed it. I thought it was okay. And you guys know me with possession films. I'm not a huge fan of them. Silent Blackout. That one's eh. Cool premise, but eh. Like this one. ATM. Cool premise. It's okay. We have the Babadook. This is the cool pop-up book edition of it. The Babadook. Overrated. Good movie, though. Backcountry. This one's actually not that bad. That one's actually pretty decent. We have Baskin, which I just watched a few nights ago. That movie is fucking great. If you guys want a really interesting, it's like a Fulci inspired type of movie with the lighting and not having any idea what's going on throughout of it. It's just a really, really great film. I highly recommend Baskin. I really enjoyed it. Beneath, really cool premise about like a miners that go underground. There's a monster that's killing them off. It's a cool premise, but I feel like the film falls flat. Beneath the Dark, Burbian Sound Studio. Black Heaven. This one's actually really, really good. It's one of the better IFC Midnight films. I recommend you guys check that one out. Blood Glacier. Bound to Vengeance. We did this one on the 22 Shots of Moods and Horror. Breaking the Girls. Burning Man. Byzantium. This one should be an IFC Midnight, but it's just a regular IFC. For some reason, I don't understand why it's not an IFC Midnight. It came out when IFC Midnight was around, so I don't really understand that. Cabin Fever remake. Cam to Cam. Carnage Park. I'm going to fuck this name up. The Catalysm. It's a tongue twister. This one's actually not that easy to find these days. It was easier when I bought it. I think I got that one on Hastings years ago for like a really, really good price, but that one's not that easy to find anymore. The Chaser. Choose. Coffin Rock. Pretty good Australian film. That's another one that's one of the better IFC Midnights. Actually quite good. Got Contracted with the wonderful Najar Townsend. And its not so good sequel, Contracted Phase 2. Not a big fan of that one. The Corridor. Crawl Space. This movie sucks. That's a really bad movie. A bad movie. Crow's Nest. The Damned. Dark Mirror. So this is just a regular IFC. That's not a Midnight. Dark Touch. Dark Summer. Dead Hookers in a Trunk. Soska Sisters' first movie. The Dead Room. Dead Snow. Dementia. This is another one that one's pretty good. The Den. Really great film. Highly, highly recommend The Den. It's really good. The Devil's Dolls. The Devil's Doors. Devil's Pass. Doghouse. Don't Look Back. Dream Home. That's a great film. I highly recommend Dream Home. It's quite fucked up. It's actually really good. Jectica. Entrance. Errors of the Human Body. Exorcismus. Pronounced that one wrong, but yeah. Exam. Really, really good single room, one location horror film. One of the better IFCs. I recommend that. Extraterrestrial. This is the film directed by the Fishes brothers, who did, of course, Grave Encounters, which is really, really good. Fear Me Not. Now, this was one that I didn't even know existed as the IFC Midnight until like a few months ago, when I just came across it for some odd reason, and I was actually surprised because I thought I had every single movie listed, but I missed this one somehow. But Fear Me Not. Grabbers. This movie's fun creature feature. Hangar 10. This is the last film IFC released before the Scream Factory conjunction. The Hollow. The Harvest. John McLaughlin. Pretty good. Haunt. Haunter. Heartless. This is an IFC. I think it would be IFC Midnight. It was released today. Hellgate. Hellions. High Lane. This one's actually pretty good too. It's another like hiker survival film. Pretty good. The Horde. Pretty good zombie film. I enjoyed that one. One of the worst IFC Midnight movies. Hashtag horror. Oh, this movie fucking sucks. It's horrible. Horrible, horrible. House of Pleasures. This is another like erotic film. One of the harder IFCs to find. Probably the hardest IFC to find. You could still find it for, $15-20, but it's one of the more expensive ones. The Human Centipede box set. I don't have each film individual. I just have this box set. So I just count it as every Human Centipede film. Hush. Another early IFC Midnight. I Am Not a Serial Killer. One of the newer IFC Midnights. Inner Demons. This movie sucks. It's another found footage exorcist movie. It fucking blows. Not a fan of that one. In Their Skin. Pretty good home invasion film. I recommend that one. It's actually good. Intruder, another one of the new IFC films. Haven't got around to watch that one yet, but it's supposed to be a pretty interesting home invasion film. The Jeffrey Dahmer Files, another one that's quite hard to find, but luckily my good friend Steve sent me that one a while ago. Julia's Eyes, Kidnapped, Kill List, pretty really good movie. I can't wait to see Ben Wheatley's newest film. Looks quite good. I can't remember the name of it, but I know I saw the trailer and the poster of it. I think it's getting like a mainstream release. Looks really, really good. I'm excited to check that one out. The Larry Feston Collection, another really expensive IFC to get. You know, I luckily came across this one for $25 one day on Amazon. I was like, I grabbed that right away. It's still relatively $40 or so to get that. The Last Days, interesting end of the world film. It's not the best, but it's okay. Left Bank, this is a IFC before IFC Midnight was in reality. Let's Be Evil, another new IFC from December. Haven't had around time to watch that one yet. Maniac, it's great. You know, I got shat on it from the first 22 Shots and Moods and Horror year-end show for not having this as my #1 favorite film. You know, I got shat on it, but it's still a really, really great film. Map of the Sound of Tokyo. Mutants, really good French zombie film. It's really, really solid. I recommend that one. It's quite good. My Amityville Horror, this, of course, is about the Amityville Horror house and the kid who grew up in it. It's interesting. Do I think it's a little biased? Yes, but it's good. Narcopolis, really, really interesting premise. I feel like the budget held it back a little bit because it had a really, really amazing and interesting idea. But I don't think they had the money to pull it off. It's still a good film. I think the story is quite good and quite interesting. 1 and 2. This is another one that not too many people know about. The Pact. Not The Pact. The Pack. Now this is The Pact. The Pact. And its sequel, The Pact 2. Those films are enjoyable. You know, I like them. I think the first film's a lot better than the second, but the second one's okay. Oh, I'm going to fuck this one on. Panabura. Ugh. This is one of the early IFC Midnights. +1. Another one that's not the easiest one to find, but it's an interesting film. The Possession of David O'Reilly. It's a possession film. Premature. This is like a comedy, coming-of-age comedy. It's okay. It shouldn't be an IFC Midnight, in my opinion. Prey. Primal. Proxy. Really, really great film. The first, 10 minutes of that film is absolutely fucking brutal. Brutal movie. And it's really depressing. Rabid Dogs, of course, the remake. Raised. This is like a girl beating the shit out of each other. Quentin Tarantino-esque type of a movie. It's pretty good. Reality. It's another one not too many people know about, but it's okay. Red, White, and Blue. Rites of Spring. Road Games, which is weird. This is like English and French, both languages. It's weird. I haven't really seen too many films have 2 languages in it before, but it's interesting. Room 237. I've talked about this movie in the past. It's overrated. Over-fucking-rated and absolutely ridiculous. Everything in that movie is ridiculous. Room in Rome. Another one that's not the easiest film to find. It's another one of those erotic type of films. Sacrifice. Saint Nick. How the hell did that one get over there? That's We Are the Night. I have no idea how they got up there. It's probably my wonderful sorting skills. Okay. Sauna. This is another just regular IFC. Sexual Chronicles of a French Family. I think it's the first IFC Midnight ever released. That's from my research. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure it is. You know, it has like IFC percents. It's the only one that does that. So I think that's the first IFC Midnight ever released. Like I said, don't hold me to it. Shadow. Shelly, the newest IFC Midnight. There's actually like 5 of them in December. It's kind of crazy. Sightseers is another Ben Wheatley film, which is just a regular IFC. Should probably be IFC Midnight. The Silent House, which of course is the original. Snowtown Murders, overrated film where anybody and everybody just eats their mouths the entire fucking time, and they're just eating and eating and eating and eating and eating. It's fucking boring. Boring, overrated. Southern Gothic, interesting vampire film that's just a regular IFC. Spider Hole, this is a really bad movie. It's like these kids break into this house and shit starts to go wrong. It's not very good. I've talked about that one before. It's pretty bad. The Stranger. Student Services is another erotic type of a film. Stung, pretty good creature feature. Submerged, really interesting premise. Car goes into a pond and they're trying to survive. It's pretty good. Super, fucking awesome. That movie's great. The Taste of Money. And Tetsuya the Bullet Man. That's part of a series. I know there's a couple more of those. Tide. Tormented, just as a regular IFC. Trapped for Cinderella. Undocumented, one of my favorite IFC films. This movie is fucking great. Extremely prevalent today, I think, with the election being up and all that. It's fantastic. If you guys are going to watch one IFC, check out Undocumented or The Den. Those are probably the 2 best, in my opinion. That movie's really good. Valhalla Rising. This is a Nicholas Reef film, one of his early movies. It's pretty good. It's not as good as Drive and the other one with Ryan Gosling. I can't remember. I know it has God in it. Vampires. Vengeance. We Are the Night, which I showed earlier. The original We Are What We Are. The Wild Man of the Navidad. What We Become. Witching and Bitching. Wolf. Would You Rather. Wrecked. Wrong Cops. Wormwood. And finally, X. So yeah, that is a complete IFC Midnight collection, I think. Like I said, I've done lots of research, and I feel like this is definitely a complete collection. I don't think there's any that I'm missing. Of course, there's our titles that were released only on VOD and were never physical releases. There's a couple of those, but I think this is every physical IFC Midnight release, so hope you guys like this video. If you guys like to see like a new series where I go through each one of these and do a separate review, let me know. I've been thinking about it. If that is something you guys are interested in seeing, let me know. Just comment below. Maybe I'll end up doing that as a series, you know, going through the entire IFC Midnight collection, talking about each movie. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/NESRoller22. Hope everybody's doing well, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys.